When hearing about the raccoon dog for the first time, the question that might pop into your mind would be, what's the actual difference between the raccoon dog and the regular thug boy raccoon that we all know? There are many differences, and to everybody's surprise, raccoon dogs and raccoons are not actually related. If you start traveling down the rabbit hole, you might eventually encounter these peculiar images of Japanese statues and art depicting raccoon dogs with huge, gigantic testicles. In Japanese mythology, raccoon dogs are a folklore royalty. They are magical shapeshifters that can turn into objects and prank humans. And often in art and statues, they are portrayed with enormous testicles that apparently symbolize luck, prosperity, and good fortune. Now comes the age-old question. How do they compare in reality? Well, to our disappointment, while the raccoon dog might win by a landslide in the mythological world, in the real world, both the regular raccoon and the raccoon dog have average-sized testicles compared to mammals of their size. We will talk more about this testicle fiasco later when we'll be discussing the raccoon dog's giant significance in Japanese folklore, but for now, we'll need to look the differences elsewhere. We will start with their geographical locations. Raccoons are naturally found in North America. They can be found everywhere in the United States, but they especially populate the East, South, and Midwest. They are also naturally found in southern Canada and northern and central Mexico, but due to interference of humans, they can also be found in Europe and Japan. They live in forests, wetlands, urban areas, suburbs, farmlands, basically anywhere where they can find food and shelter. In the modern world, they have adapted well in cities where they live as tiny bandits, stealing food from humans, using attics, sewers, and sheds as ready-made dens and thriving in the warmer climates of cities. And as for food, they eat anything they can find. Food scraps, pet food, garden plants, bird seed, and even beer. Yes, they seem to really like the beer. Raccoon dogs, on the other hand, are natively found in East Asia. They populate Japan, China, Korea, East Russia, and parts of Vietnam and Laos. They live in dense forests, wetlands, grasslands, and mountainous regions. While raccoons are street-smart trash bandits, raccoon dogs, on the other hand, are more mythical forest monks. Being nocturnal animals, they're most active at night, hunting and foraging food in the darkness while avoiding other predators. Let's now delve into the family tree. Raccoon dogs aren't actually raccoons. They belong to the Canidae family of animals and are related to dogs, foxes, wolves, and coyotes. And like most canids, they are known for scent marking their territory with urine, just like your regular dog peeing in the park. Raccoons may also use urine to mark their territory, but they more often use their foot glands. The soles of their feet have oil glands, and as they walk or climb, they leave scent trails behind. They might be good robbers, but if a forensic scientist appears on the scene, they are doomed. Also similar to wolves and foxes, raccoon dogs are monogamous. They form lifelong pairs, and just like wolves, both parents raise the pups together. What about raccoons? Are raccoons monogamous? Of course not. Both males and females mate with multiple partners each season. After mating, the males remain lifelong free-spirited bachelors and continue with their bandit lives, while the females end up raising the babies by themselves. They will find a cozy den, an abandoned burrow, tree hollow, attic, etc., and they care for a litter of 2 to 7 babies for several months. Next, we will discuss the topic of hibernation. Unlike real raccoons, who work as year-round hustlers, raccoon dogs can actually hibernate, which is very unusual for the members of the dog family. They go into a state called torpor, a kind of light hibernation, which lasts from a month and a half to 4 months, or roughly from November to March. This happens in the colder regions of their range, like Russia, northern China, and Finland, while in the milder climates like Japan or southern parts of Europe, they may just slow down their activity or skip hibernation altogether. In preparation for their hibernation, they double their size by accumulating fat reserves. They get all puffy, find a den for hibernation, and line it with leaves, grass, and fur for isolation. Then their metabolism slows down significantly as their body temperatures drop. They do wake occasionally if disturbed or during a warm spell. And finally, we will discuss the topic of mortality. When in captivity, raccoon dogs can live up to 11 years, whereas raccoons can live up to 20. However, if we put these animals in the wild, raccoon dogs can live for up to 7 years, while raccoons can only survive for 2 to 3 years. This may indicate that our woodland mythical forest monks are better adapted to their natural environments than raccoons. Now, as a bonus part, we will return back to the giant testicle fiasco and discuss the magical phenomena called the tanuki. In Japanese folklore, there are certain animals that are believed to possess supernatural and spiritual powers. These animals are called henge, or shapeshifters, and are believed to influence the lives of humans. Such animals are the kitsune, or fox, and the tanuki, our good old woodland friend, the Japanese raccoon dog. The tanuki are known for their ability to transform into humans or objects and plot mischievous tricks on humans. They can turn leaves into money to cheat, or make a fisherman think his net is full of fish, only to prank him. They appear everywhere in Japan, as statues near temples, and often outside of restaurants and shops, on paintings, and even on sake cups. They are also associated with wealth and fortune, symbolized in their comically exaggerated testicles, which in legends can stretch to form umbrellas, boats, fishing nets, sails, or even a shield against an enemy. The tanuki, with its blend of comedy, magic and nature, remains one of the most iconic and endearing creatures in Japanese mythology. The raccoon, on the other hand, appears in Native American folklore, a trickster animal of the Abenaki and Penobscot tribes. He is known for doing funny and trivial exploits and mischievously deceives animals or other beings for food and services. They are not dangerous or malevolent and are often main characters of stories aimed at children. Have you ever seen or heard of a raccoon dog before? Let us know in the comments below.